Gee, Rain, what do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
They're Pinky and the Brain. Yes, Pinky and the Brain. One is a genius, the other's insane. They're laboratory mice. Their genes have been spliced. They're Pinky and the Brain. Brain.
Welcome to Piggy's Podcast, Week 6. Got a lot to talk about this week. Got some shit to get off my chest about my team, and I'll talk about your teams a little bit today too, I guess. So, first matchup, we had Charlie versus Ed, 94-67. Charlie won. Finally got rid of the winless record. Dwyer lost to Espo 116-99, so Dwyer is still winless. So Charlie is finally off the bottom of the standings. Dwyer's still there. Kyle beat Brian Mayette 106-78. Not too much to talk about there. Brian's had 2 losses in a row now, so he's come back to the middle of the pack. And Kyle's actually putting together a pretty decent year so far. Jeff with another win, 102. Brian Brothers, 49. Brian Brothers has had a couple shit weeks in a row. I think he was just in the 40s or low 50s last week too. But he's still 3-3. So his team's not too bad. Just a couple of bad weeks, I guess. Although losing AP definitely didn't help him. And then Ben beat me 111-87. Couple of things to get off my chest here. The Jets defense is a fucking dumpster fire. And if they could have stopped either Demaryius Thomas or Julius Thomas, that would have been terrific. But I think Julius got 2 touchdowns, Demaryius got 1 touchdown. They both had pretty good yards. They got like at least 15 each. I think it was more than that actually, but he had a good week. 111's a good score. That's tough to beat. And 87 wasn't atrocious for me. It's not good enough to win most weeks. If I had a better matchup, might have won. But addressing my team, Larry Donnell has just disappeared the last 2 weeks. The guy, he's still the 8th ranked tight end after 2 weeks of scoring 0 points. I don't know why I played him this week. I had Jordan Cameron ready to go, and I think ESPN told me that Larry Donnell was a better play. Never listening to ESPN. Again, just trusting my gut. Because Jordan Cameron got like 17 points or some shit like that on my bench. Vincent Jackson needs to start scoring fucking touchdowns. He's 6'5", he's huge, and for some reason the ball gets thrown to the little guys on the team when they're in the red zone. I don't understand that. Mike Glennon looks at Vincent Jackson everywhere besides when he's in the end zone. So 1 touchdown for Vincent Jackson is unacceptable. He's putting up yards. He just needs to get touchdowns because I'll take 60, 70 yards if there's a touchdown. 60, 70 yards for Vincent Jackson without a touchdown is unacceptable. I accepted the fact that he was boom or bust when I drafted him, but it hasn't really been boom or bust with him. He's had a couple of bad weeks where he's injured or some shit like that, but he needs to start having those 2-3 touchdown games where he just bullies the little cornerbacks in the red zone. I don't understand why that's not happening, but it needs to start happening because I'm getting real sick of that shit. And Keenan Allen has been fucking atrocious this year. He's had 5 single-digit weeks and 1 week where he had 13 points. The guy had 1,000 yards receiving and 8 touchdowns last year. Right now he's at like 200 yards receiving and no touchdowns. I don't understand how through 6 weeks a number 1 option on the team has no touchdowns. I mean, granted, Phillip Rivers has Antonio Gates and Malcolm Floyd to throw to in the red zone, but you shouldn't go from 8 touchdowns to 0 touchdowns through 6 weeks. That's completely unacceptable, and I'm getting really sick of it. And this week I had Brady, Tate, Ben Tate, and Jordan Cameron on my bench. 30 points for Brady, 19 for Tate, and like I said, I think it was 17 for Cameron. That was painful to watch. I was watching my team struggle to get touchdowns, struggle to get yards the first few games, and just looking at my bench and seeing astronomical totals. One bright spot for my team has been Jay Cutler. He's stepped up big time this year. Was hoping he'd have a few more touchdowns to Brandon Marshall so far, but it's been alright. So next week, I'm facing Jeff. Hopefully I get everything straightened out. Hopefully my wide receivers start scoring fucking touchdowns. They're supposed to. They're supposed to be touchdown magnets, but it hasn't happened this year. So right now is the standings. The standings through week 6 is Jeff 5-1, Kyle and Ben at 4-2, me, Ed, both of the Bryans, and Espo at 3-3. Don't know how Espo's 3-3. His team's fucking atrocious. Chuck at 1-4-1, and Dwyer at 0-5-1. So maybe Dwyer wins this week. I don't know who he's facing. I have a feeling that Dwyer's high score is going to be this week at 99. I don't think he's cracking 100. So he might stay winless the rest of the year. I don't know. Maybe he faces Brian Brothers the next week, and Brian Brothers has 49 points again, and Dwyer has like 56. Maybe that's how he gets a win. I don't know. This week was not a good week. Not happy about it. Should never trust Giants players. That was a big fucking mistake I made this week. But we're going to fix it, go back to the drawing board, and I'm doubting the Bleeker hands this week. I think I'm winning. So other than that, good luck to all of you this week. Besides Jeff, he can go fuck himself. And Jeff still owes money for the league from last year. A bunch of you motherfuckers owe money for this year. I only have $80 out of the $200 that we're supposed to have for this league pool. So, had to address that. Other than that, till next week, motherfucker.